money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I made 40 bands by 4 p.m. They be taking everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now they'll run it on the toss. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That's all you got, oh? Not today, baby, not today. Hurry, get set, fellas. Put 5 men box.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
93. 93. Later 9.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On play action, now Carr. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Hey, go, go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Hunt, hunt, hunt. Hunt, hunt.
Now here's Mahomes. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. 53. Check 53. Slow, slow, slow.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Oh, some strong running. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Edwards, come forward. Go down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now Lewis. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
That is right. Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Dumps it off to Lewis. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They run. This is Lewis. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Right there. All day, baby.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90. Ace, ace. Ace, ace.
Now a toss play to Lewis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Z, 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 Z. Slow, slow, slow. Slow, slow, slow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Going underneath for Lewis. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Snap coming in 1, and it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now, you ready? 93.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. set, get set. 29. 29.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Here we go now.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Ace, ace. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes now to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, it's Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Remain here in the 1st half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And they'll go on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they'll throw with Carr. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more.
Monday, down. 180. You got 56 there. Later, two. Listen hot. Listen hot. Listen hot.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Carlson able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And out come the Chiefs now, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Ace. Hut.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The point after is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Down. 180. Put 5-man box.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
7:34. Goes up.
On second down, here's Carr. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Get set. 280. 637. 93. Right. Here we go. Is it?
Shotgun now for Carr. Going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
29.
On 1st down, Carr. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They try again with Lewis. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Slow.
shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Mahomes takes it himself, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit, but boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee you, he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
And they'll run it here. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Get set, get set.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll try the ground game here with a running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. The kick by Carlson is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They go play action. Now Mahomes steps away. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. Finding room inside the 40. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 54 yards. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on 2nd down. Carr steps away to his left. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Get set. Wide 85. Yeah, 98 snap. 58, 98.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Raiders on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
Carlson able to put this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Hut, hut, hut.
They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And now running right through it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45. Right there. 54 Mike. Z.
Now Mahomes. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
7:34. Right now. It's up. That's it.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. And got his man complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play there. Carr to Nelson. 41 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98. Hurry, get set, fella. That's up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Gary Conley. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get only a couple down to the 44. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Raiders on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. To throw is Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they take a knee. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.